Hello everyone, my name's Flying Scott. Before I start things off, I just want to say something. Purple burglar alarm. There you go, I can say it. It's been a while since I've done an unscripted video, and it's been even longer since I've just sat down and talked to you guys. So I thought it would be time, one of these days, that I did that again. October is a hectic time. It usually is, for all the Halloween stuff. Loads has been happening in my life. I resigned from a job, so that's not going too smoothly at the moment. But it does give me some extra time, I suppose, to put into the channel. That's not to say that I haven't done anything for the channel this October or even in August or September. I've been working on America Sings on and off again, but that project suffers from it being a project that I've sidelined for a bit because when July came about, I was in the process of getting the job that I just resigned from, so I just hadn't the time, and yeah, now I resigned because it didn't go very well. So that project being put on hold kind of results in me wanting to work on it less and less. I do intend to finish it. Like, it's not a series that I plan on stopping at the second part. It's just that I feel like if I had done it, let's say if I started production in May and I would have finished in mid-June, then I would have been in a much better position right now when it comes to projects that I still have coming. So yes, America Sings is still happening. I'm working on it off and on again. It's just that I don't know when it will come out. Don't even know if it'll make this year. I'm gonna finish it, just not now. Like, one of the ideas that I had is that it could be the Halloween video, because the bit would just be, ooh, there is nothing scarier than a delayed video. Ooh. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, so that's up in the air for the moment. That kind of is indicative of the process that I'm going through now, is that I've noticed that now, because ever since June, I've basically been working on 2 videos at one time, with America Sings being the first one and then the second one being the videos that have come out in the meantime. But because of that, I've started to think that I can take on more than I actually can, because I've noticed that half of the videos that I've thought of that I would produce in that time, I've started worked on it one day and then just forgotten about them. Which, of course, isn't good. In an ideal world, I would have had America Sings out already on time. But in an ideal world, I would work on a project and it will be done when I feel like it would be done. But now I just noticed that I just work on it once and I stop. Like, even today, this is the 4th video. It's now the 18th of October. This is the 4th video that I've started production today. Which of course isn't good. I've started 2 animations, and like after an hour's work, I look back at them like, nah, this isn't gonna work. So I don't throw it away. I just put it aside, and I'm probably never gonna work on that again. There's a 3rd animation that I've been trying to get working for about 2 months now, but I just can't seem to make it happen. And I guess that's why I like working on Those Great Locomotives, because it's relatively easy content. When I started production of them half a year ago with the Thompson A3 Pacific, that video took about let's say a week to research, to write, to record, to edit, and to upload. And that has been the EM2 episode was definitely longer in production. That one took way longer because I kept making mistakes. I kept mistaking the EM1 for the EM2, which is of course very wrong of me to do because they are completely different engines, locomotives rather. Yeah, like TGL it's easy content really, because I don't want to say easy content, but I usually work on it 2 to 3 days. I research, write down, edit, and usually the day it's edited is the day before it comes out. That's usually the case. Thumbnails I do on the day that it comes out. Descriptions are written on the spot. So it's relatively, it's comfort content. It's content that I like making. It's not too hard, and I enjoy the feedback. That's also the thing. Like if I didn't think it would get any feedback, I wouldn't upload it now. That's just the truth. But I enjoy the whole process that comes with Those Great Locomotives. But yeah, it's comfort content. I notice that when I'm reluctantly working on animations, and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna make some TGL episodes, some Those Great Locomotive videos. And to be fair, I feel like it's paid off. My favourite episode, I think it's the Dub D one, the Woofers. Or it's the very first one, the Thompson A3s. Difficult to say. The next episode of TGL, by the way, is going to be a video about some corrections. Because 10 episodes is a lot of room for error, and I've certainly made errors, so I intend to correct those all. And I've also not been able to keep my promise of making the mini episodes about the N15X, the Class 37, and the Class 17 Claytons. The reason for that is that, well, really you can't make short videos about the things that I like to cover. I feel like I think that as of now, the shortest episode is the Deutsche Bundesbahn Baureihe 23, and that one was unplanned. But that one is kind of an extreme of the mini episode, because I can't really go into too much detail with the footage that I had. But even the N15X video, that one was supposed to be short. It was only 2 pages long, that script. Usually it's 4 for TGL, and it's still 7 minutes long, I think. So that's I just don't feel like I can produce short content in that format. But the reason that I didn't cover the 37 and the Claytons is that I discovered that the literature that I planned to use for that wasn't about the Class 37 or the 17. It was about the 40, which is also an English electric, which got me confused, I think, and about the Class 30. And I know the 30 has its fans, but I'm not one of them, so I don't really plan on covering them. So, as a replacement, I've already done the GG1 as the replacement for the 37. I really like doing the GG1 episode. I think the next American episode is going to be a Hudson. Who knows? But definitely the next episode for TGL is going to be the London, Midland and Scottish Railway Series 10,000 diesels. With the episode after that being about the LNER P2s, and I'm going to go in as much detail as I can on that episode. I'm going to try make that as sort of a milestone episode, you know. Going to make it as long as I can. Let's see if we can hit 20 minutes. And honestly, it's just nice to just sit down and talk to the mic, you know, like, I've not done this style of video in a good long while. I believe the last one was 1 year and 2 days ago. With the How Do I Keep Sane video, which was also mostly unscripted. And you know, it's this type of stuff. I like this stuff because I can let my ideas flow, and you're just gonna hear it, I suppose. I think that's a good note to end. I have a lot of ideas. I just don't know if I have the time, patience, and skill to execute them. And I think it's, as up to this point, it's been very fun, you know, exercising what I can do for videos. So I hope you're coming along for the ride with me. So thank you for watching, if you've made it this far, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.